Well, I'm here with former UFC champion and someone who knows a thing or two or three about gold, Henry Cejudo, Triple C. How you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm doing good, brother. I'm out here in Portugal right now, spending some time with family. Traveling back to the U.S. tomorrow, and just stoked to get back home. But obviously, I live in Arizona. I live in the heat, and the heat is absolutely crazy.
Well, you got a pillow sponsor behind you. I saw you throwing them out on stage, and is one of your family behind you too?
Yeah, that's my family. I don't throw this one. I'll throw the O'Malley one, the Volkanovski one, but not this one.
Understandable, man. And I guess for those who don't,
No, no,
follow
no,
you,
no, no.
it's all right. I still see you. Even better now.
Baby, 1 second, bro. Hey, estoy trabalhando. No, 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 no. You see, this is the family life, dude.
I get it,
This is
man.
the family life that man that it's different, bro. So get snipped or use protection, Jake.
Hey, man, we're planning a little family over here. I'm preparing myself for what you're in there for.
Yeah.
But I guess that's a good segue because I was going to ask, like, for those who don't follow you as closely as some do, who don't watch the podcast all the time, what have you been up to since fans have last seen you at UFC 298?
Yeah, well, just working, man. Right now, I got an injury that I'm kind of taking care of right now. That's been holding me back a little bit. I don't know if it's father time, whatever you want to call it, but that's one thing. I'm training on my own, being out here, and I'm getting this injury taken care of. And other than that, man, obviously I'm working, I'm traveling like crazy. I got that, me and Kamaru, pound for pound. Our podcast is on fire. We're two good friends that are too brutally honest with each other, whether we hate it or we love it. It's been good, man. It's been entertaining, though. The fans have been liking it. If you guys haven't watched the last show, I mean, me and Kamaru get into a pretty controversial subject on race. I don't know if you saw. Did you see
I
it,
saw
Jake?
you on Twitter today. Yes, sir.
So other than that, bro, it was life has been good. And obviously I've been working with UFL, which is the reality working on this reality show, which is Team Phoenix versus Team Las Vegas. I'm going up against Frank Mir in that position. So it's gonna be a 5-on-5 team. And the way it's structured is the winning team wins $50,000. So if you do a first round finish, it's 4 points. Second round finish is three, and then third round is two, and then if you win by decision, it's 1 point. So at the very end, what happens is everything is accumulated, and then they find out who is the winning team, and the winning team wins $50,000.
I mean, yeah, man, Scott was telling me a little bit about this today. It's an awesome idea, very unique, revolutionary. Like we've seen this kind of in wrestling, grappling, but I don't know if we've ever seen this kind of idea in MMA. So I guess your team Phoenix, Frank Mir, team Vegas. Tell me a little bit about your team. Like, what are you guys bringing to the table?
I mean, we're bringing a lot of experience, man. Obviously, we have Hunter. We have Hunter Azur, who is a former UFC fighter, very, very good. Beat a lot of good guys. I'm surprised he got cut.
Yeah.
But a lot of these guys are going to learn from these mistakes too. This is why they're in this reality show to be able to showcase their talent. We got Shamo Marias, who also trains out of Fight Ready, former UFC fighter, former PFL fighter. Same thing, and he is so technical. I mean, we got everybody under the sun. So our top five are extremely solid. I'm excited to see what is it that a guy like Frank Mir has to offer us, because I know our team is solid, but I'm curious to see and to know what is it that Frank Mir is bringing. So I'm excited. I'm curious to find out what type of firepower these dudes have.
And then, I mean, I don't know if this is the right word, but like how seriously, how motivated, like how are you handling this? Because like you said, there is a $50,000 prize and you got guys all riding on you and you're leading the way.
Yeah, no, well, it's competitive, man. Like me, I've had an opportunity, watch and train with the guys firsthand to actually get to know them, and they are ready, man. They're pumped. They know that the UFL is going to provide them an opportunity to be able to get to the big leagues too. You have the UFC, which everybody wants to do that. I think the UFL is bringing in fights that are at that level against these former fighters that we just want to put on the most competitive fights. Like we don't want to. It's not going to be a shutout from anybody's side, and if it is, I'd be extremely surprised. So I think me and Frank Mir, we see eye to eye. We're both pretty intellectual dudes. We became pretty good friends just because we both kind of have the same vision on what fighting is. And a lot of times, a lot of people, a lot of fighters just are different. And I think with me and Frank Mir, it's a good synergy. We're very competitive, and I'm just happy that I don't have to fight that dude at the end of the show.
And this is all for UFL 5 August 30th, and that was literally my next question. Do we see the Henry Cejudo Frank Mir main event?
Maybe just verbally, dude. Unless you're gonna hand me an AK-47, bro, we good.
Understandable, man. He's a large fellow with some skill for sure. And before I actually get into more of you and the rest of the interview, I just saw a story. You might know what I'm going to bring up about you at the Olympics with some loudmouth Khamzat Chimaev, I guess. What happened there? Did you guys actually get into a little altercation? Did he really try something?
Yeah, no, a little bit, not really, man. He's just freaking pretty much. I think if I would have kind of mouthed off, I think that would have definitely came at me. But I was pretty calm through the storm, you know. But I can also see why Hamzat is probably upset with him because and I didn't necessarily recognize that or realize that. But you know what? I'll apologize to Hamzat. I really will because now I understand why. And me and the Schmo at that time were partners, and we had Hamzat on the show. And then Hamzat happened to leave his hat in the thing and in the studio. And then we're gonna have Hamza, and the next day we're having Paulo Boachina, the Eraser, Mr. Secret Juice. So then Schmo did the idea of like, hey man, let's tell Paulo Boachina, that and it wasn't even my idea. I'm gonna throw all that on the Schmo.
Schmo under the bus.
Take that. I'm gonna throw him under the bus, dude. But it was fucking hilarious, dude, because at the end of the day, Paulo ended up grabbing the hat and freaking, rubbing through his nutsack. And obviously, I was balling, dude. I was laughing, but I can also see how and why he probably got upset, and I get it, man. I probably trolled it. It wasn't something that we had planned. Not even, you know what I'm saying? It was just like, hey, we're just gonna tell him here's the hat, like, you know what I mean? Like because in content, when you're in that content business, we always want things to kind of trigger off. But then Paul took it to the next level, and then obviously both me and the Schmo freaking laughing. It wasn't cool, man. So I can see that. I can see that from Hamzat, and I think this is the first time that I'm really making this public on you. And I wasn't planning on doing it. Uh, but I apologize, man. Hamzat, I shouldn't have. One, thank you for coming on, and then two, man, like the way that happened, I can see why he's kind of like pissed at me. At first, in the beginning, I thought it was more of me just being like picking on him a little bit on, oh man, his gas tank is suspect. I don't know if he'll beat Paulo. I don't know if he'll beat Paulo. Like he never fights. Like I don't know what's going on. Like blah blah blah. But I can see the bigger picture now. So if you do this, man, like tag him, dude. Because the last thing I want to do is literally get in a fist fight with this dude. But if he's gonna do that, you better fight the Schmo too.
Well, 2-on-1 Schmo and Eddie Hamza. I could definitely tag Hamzat, and I'm sure people watch this interview and get that story out. But hindsight's 2020, bro. We all try to be funny, and sometimes we're stupid. I don't know. We make idiots of
Yeah,
ourselves.
yeah, no, and this is why, bro. I have thick skin too, but like I don't, I try not to take everybody. I'm one of those dudes that I don't get offended, man. I really don't, because I know everybody is. I know what the shit that I've done, and I know what people are willing to do to me. Like not even my own family, not even my own wife, because it's like I never try to put anybody on a pedestal. And I think that's one of the things that I'm very carefree. That's one of the biggest traits that I do have is I'm very carefree in that sense. Call me short, call me whatever the hell you want to call me, but one thing you will call me, and that's that triple C.
Love it, bro. Love it. And right now, you're still very relevant. Number 6 in the bantamweight rankings. I just checked. So I know you're nursing an injury, but trying to get back in there before the end of the year. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean that's one of the things I really don't know yet because it's just like I gotta see where this injury takes me, man. Because even when I fought Merab, like I fought him with their torn groin, dude. It was like
Mm.
part three tear on my right side, so I couldn't wrestle. So I had nothing to do with really. Merab's wrestling. It was more the fact that I didn't wrestle the whole camp, and then now he's bringing in the wrestling, and it fatigued me, dude. Like the first round was perfect and brilliant, but even after that first round, I knew I was in trouble, dude. The first round, everything that we talked about, lateral movements, picking him apart, catching him with hooks, like moving so he don't catch us and things like that. But then once that round was officially over, I'm just like, man, I'm not feeling good. Like my legs, and then he brought the wrestling in. I'm just like, dude, I can't defend this. But that's the fight game, dude. I took the fight. I took the fight because it puts me back into the title picture. The winner was going to fight for
Yeah.
the belt, and the risk is worth the reward. You see what I'm saying? So there's no excuses here. There's no excuses. This is just the reasoning. And I think now the fact that I'm a bit injured, like I'm not gonna take it there no more. Don't pick me up no more.
Well, I mean, dude, there's a lot to look forward to in terms of one, Sean and Merab are now fighting, and two, you can really sit down, get healthy, and come back and I don't know, maybe face the loser of that, or at least another fight, get right back in there. So, like, who do you think takes that one, Merab or Sean? And then who would you rather fight for a title scenario? The rematch with Merab or finally get your hands on O'Malley?
Oh, that's a good one. I think now Merab, dude. I think Merab now. Like, yeah, there's no way that I would. That's who I would want to take out. I do believe that he's gonna take out Sean O'Malley. But I will say this, and quote me on this: Sean beats him. He beats him at the beginning of the first round or at the beginning of the second. But as the fight goes on, he's in fucking trouble. He's in trouble. The biggest thing, but he could catch him because Merab has been caught like me. He's been caught hard by me when I'm just like, damn. And I catch people with hooks in there, they'll go down. He's been caught by Marlon Moraes where he's wobbling, shaky knees. So he's able to come back. But as it prolongs, I do think that he could be in the position where he could maybe even stop O'Malley.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. As the fight goes on, the machine they call him. I mean, they call him for a reason. He just really doesn't stop in there. But in terms of what's next for you, like this is just a fan question I got. Someone was wondering because you guys have never fought yet, and I think this is the fight everyone would love to see someday. I don't know if your head's there right now, but Jose Aldo, he has a fight booked. Is that ever a fight you thought about or wanted?
Yeah, of course, man. I'd love to put my hands on Jose Baldo. He's done some good things in mixed martial arts. Like even before I started fighting MMA, he was a champion. And we're supposed to fight in March. Was it March or May? Was it, yeah, April, March. It was either March. I think it was March of 2020. I wanted to fight him, and I created this whole storyline. Me and him got connected to make this fight happen, but then COVID happened, and
Hmm.
nobody was able to travel. This is going to be in Brazil, so he's been looking good. I know he's got a big fight coming up with Bautista. Bautista's no joke, but I think Aldo's just striking he's finally settled in 235 pounds, and he's dangerous, man. But I'm not opposed to any of these fights, man. But I think the biggest thing now for me is just now that there's no title picture on the line, I want to make sure that I'm 100% where I'm not injured. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm not like a fucking three-legged dog. You know what I'm saying? And I fought like that before in the past, dude. When I fought Marlon, I fought him with the sprained ankle. I fought injured a lot. But as you get older, things change, man. And that's one thing that I do have to respect now. So I'm in that position. So I've spoken to Ali, and who knows, man? There could be a consideration of maybe even going back down to flyweight. When I left 125 pounds, I left undefeated. I left as champion. I mean, that's also an option too. So right now, I really want to get back to my house. I want to train for a couple weeks, and then by the time September hits, I want to make a decision on what's the next move and who is it that we want to fight and what is it that the UFC is offering. But I'm making another run, but I made a commitment that I'm gonna make another run and make another hard run, and everybody's gonna have to sacrifice with me, including my family. So I'm gonna put a lot of things in the back burner and just focus on my career like how I used to, man. I was the most selfish human being you'd probably ever meet, bro. Ever,
You have to
ever.
be.
Yeah, but now as a father, as a father, you notice when you have kids, and two of them, and they're both under two or two, yeah, under two. It's different, dude. It's different because at the same time, it's I didn't have a father growing up, and I want to make sure that I give them a better life, but I also don't want to hinder them either by being, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's a catch-22, man. It's a double-edged sword if you give them everything too. So I just, for the most part, man, I want to be present and mentor them throughout their little life because the most important ages, bro, you'll learn this as you have kids is now. You know, the time to start crawling, there's not time to start walking. Like this is the crazy foundation where you build the best human beings possible. And I don't want to miss that.
And you still got 2 or 3 minutes before I let you go get back to those kids?
Yeah, of course.
All right,
Yeah,
cool.
I got you. I got you, Jake. You're too good, bro. You're too good at this, man.
I'm okay. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. No pro yet. We're working for it. But so my last question, then I want to do something fun, is you obviously have your podcast with Kamaru. Have you seen Show Me the Money podcast with Hanato and Gilbert Burns and Maddie Betts? Have you seen that?
I've seen bits and clips, but no, I've never sat down and actually watched a
All right, well,
whole
that's good enough.
the
That's
whole
because that's a
yeah.
home of fight where we're doing the interview on. So they told me to ask you. They put me in the middleman spot. They said, Jake, you should ask Henry if he'd ever come on the podcast. So if you'd ever be down, you just got to DM Gilbert Burns or Renato Moicano, and they can make it happen, and vice versa. Probably, I'm sure they'd love to come on yours.
Yeah, no, for sure. But yeah, I'm a big fan of those dudes too, man. I think Morcano I think he's really dabbled into him using his accent, that persona,
Motherfucker.
him being Brazilian, but yet being a very patriot American. I like what he's doing. I think people now are really looking forward to his post-fight interviews. And obviously Gilbert Burns, he's been around the game for a while, for a minute, man. You know, he's former title contender, high level grappling. And I think they got the money guy in the middle. I don't necessarily know his name,
Maddie, he's a
but
good
yeah,
guy.
man, but we could probably do that, man. I think I probably would owe it to them. I think I'm gonna be doing an interview with Mike Tyson in Miami, so I
Mhm.
think maybe we can work something out where I can get on there and actually do their show, dude. But they're gonna have to show me the money.
That's what they do, baby. They show the money. So I guess they'll see this and make it happen. So be open for those DMs. But Henry, last thing I want to do, and I love to do this with wrestlers, is do a little pound for pound, just real quick, bam, 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 action style. Best pound for pound wrestler in the UFC. I'm gonna give you a name and another name. You're gonna tell me who's better, and then I'll give you the next name. And we'll go down the line. Does that make sense?
Yeah, best pound for pound wrestler
Best
right now.
pound for
Fuck.
pound wrestler. So I'm gonna give you a list. You don't have to think about it. I'm gonna give you a list.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So, and we're going to go one at a time. So the first one will be Colby Covington or Bo Nickel. Who's better between the two?
Bo Nickel.
And then we got Bo Nickel, Mateusz Gamrot.
Bo Nickel.
Bo Nickel or
Yeah,
Mosvar Evliov.
Bo Nickel.
What about Bo Nickel or Merab Devashvili?
Okay, that's a good one though, because Merab did take my ass down, and he does come firing, but I'm still gonna have to say Bo Nickel because Bo Nickel's got good top control, man. So it's not just the wrestling, but the top control, man.
And what about Bo Nickel against the Dagestani Umar Nurmagomedov?
That's a good one. That's a good one. I think that's fuck. You got me puzzled there. I'm still gonna have to go with Bo Nickel, but fuck, that's a good one. You got me there. I'm gonna go Bo Nickel, dude.
All right,
I'm
well,
gonna
this one
go.
might
I'm
be
gonna go Bo Nickel, but I wouldn't be mad if Umar. But I saw too Umar had a little trouble with Sandhagen, and I think and I do believe that anybody that like if Bo Nickel was to get a guy like Israel, I just sign you now, like it wouldn't be good for Israel, especially watching him get choked out. Like Bo Nickel would do a number on him just stylistically, like if they were to fight.
maybe someday because that's a good fight right there. But here's another hard one for you. You're sticking with Bo Nickel. What about fellow Olympian Daniel Cormier?
Yeah. Like you talk about Daniel Cormier in his prime.
Yeah, yeah, Prime
Fucking
DC.
fuck if you fuck yeah, but fuck if you want to go prime, that's fucking me, dude. Like I was 100% fucking takedown defense
Well, relax.
until
You
I
might be
fuck.
on the list. Let's get to the end. Get to the end.
You know what? I'll go Daniel, dude. I'll go Daniel on that one.
All right, Daniel Cormier or John Jones?
Damn, that's I'm about to go with John Jones, bro. I think what John Jones was able to do to Cormier and take him down and defend Daniel and a lot of those takedown defenses. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with. And then if you watch a little bit of how and I've worked with John a lot of the stuff too on his takedowns, on how he took down Cyril Gahn. Like, dude, that timing is ridiculous, dude.
He's good.
You know what I'm saying? The fact that his instinct is there. Like, when you have that instinct, you have it.
It's only like three names left here: John Jones or your buddy Kamaru Usman.
I like Kush, but yeah, I gotta go with fucking John Jones still.
What about John Jones or Khabib Nurmagomedov?
Ooh.
We're getting hard now.
Dude, you're starting some shit over here,
Oh, it's
boy.
just wrestling, bro.
When it for MMA,
Sure, yeah. I guess
like
pound for pound MMA wrestling, right?
I think that's where maybe Khabib takes it, bro. I think maybe that's where Khabib takes it because that's the majority of what he does, you know? So I think, yeah, these are toss-ups, dude. But yeah, when it comes to that sense, I'd probably go because Khabib has been taken down just once. And I know John's been taken down. So I'm gonna go based on numbers. I'll probably go with Khabib.
All right, and then lastly, I said we get there. Khabib or Henry Cejudo.
Triple C, man, you kidding me? The two division champ, the Olympic champ. If you scratch out my last two fights, I had 100% defense prior to retirement. Um, I've had people on my legs, and I had a different style of defending. Mighty Mouse got to my legs, a lot of these guys, but they couldn't finish. I just got to put everything together once again, and like I talked about that commitment. So, but overall, man, I think that's a really good pound for pound breakdown of how it is, and that I don't know how you saw it, but
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much always Khabib, Islam, John Jones is up there too. Get a lot of Henry Cejudos, a lot of Daniel Cormier. It's just so much freaking good wrestling, man. It's kind of hard to narrow it down to one. That's why we
yeah.
play the game. Have a fun little game. But Henry, man, before I get you out of here, big UFL fights coming up. UFC return coming soon, hopefully. Anything you want to say to all your fans?
No, just want to say, man, you guys tune in at UFL. They have this event going on August 30th. It's a very good event. It's almost like it's like a gala kind of. It's like a gala, and then there's a cage in there because it's a very nice setup. The lighting is perfect. We're gonna have great competitive fights. So you guys make sure to go to UFL.com and you guys, get all your information there and watch these fights, man. Watch them live, and who knows, man? Maybe we're probably gonna come to a city near you. So I know we're talking about maybe Orange County versus Miami, or we're talking about a lot of these cities. So if this is able to take off, we want to go, nationwide with this and really create a whole series behind it and eventually get to the platform like Netflix or something big like that.
Love it, man. Henry Cejudo putting the coaching hat on August 30th, UFL 5. Henry, again, thank you so much for the time, man. Great to talk to you, and hope to see you back soon, man. Rest up, enjoy the fam.
Awesome. Thanks, Shake. Appreciate it, brother.